Me and my one atheist boy definitely know that deep inside, everyone is not the same. And certainly, we're not all equal. Like, for instance, some people are athletes. I definitely fail at that. So, that's not being equal. I mean, simply put, that's a quick one. You know, I've never been an athlete, and some people can't draw at all. I can paint. I don't like to draw. I certainly can't draw people. And, yeah, my upbringing was really awful. So those people aren't even. I hate them. It. The lighting just turns off. When my upbringing isn't even worthwhile talking about. So, no, I'm not equal on how I was brought up. I mean, I wasn't brought up. I was brought up as a nobody. Like a hell of a lot of other people are abused. For no reason. There's no reason to be abused. And that's why my hair looks like shit. That's one reason why my hair looks like shit. I really, really hate the lighting going off. It was alright, and then whatever, and this fucking thing's hacked. And that's one thing, you know. And the volume used to go off. Whatever. I have a lot to be angry at that my life is totally hard. You know, I never had it easy. I never ever had a ride, like, to go get my WIC food for my young children. That was one. Just rip up the WIC government checks. Why not? Didn't get a ride to the grocery store.
Why didn't you take your kids on the bus?
Well, I didn't have any bus money.
Wasn't just walk, you little sorry ass there.
You know, like, oh my god. Yeah, that's what I had to put up with. Okay. And whatever, you know. People never ever admit to abuse. I guess it's embarrassing for them. So what? Nobody cares. And it happened. I have no idea why kids cannot go tell somebody that, oh yeah, my parents were abusive. I have no idea why people are not real. And that would be like coming to terms like, yeah, I had an abusive past. Like, the worst abuser in my life is sick of saying his name, so he was abused to death. How can he miss? Whoever brought him up, doesn't matter what it was that brought him up. Oh, for you to make an excuse. Oh, well, whatever, hurting people hurt people, or they were abused, so what? They have no right to abuse you. And he abused me majorly. Okay, so a person who abuses has no right at all to abuse you. And my main point, beginning of this video, was not all people are equal. And that's just the bottom line. That's a fact. Most people really, really suck. You know, what the hell? You know, I never had a family. You know, a family is supposed to support you. I would say emotionally would be the best. I mean, who cares about money when you never even get any emotional support, period. You know. People are totally awful. The Breakfast Club is a great movie on different perspectives of abusive families. Really, really excellent. Like every single family, they were abused. Different ways, different levels. So they're equal that way, but were all abused differently. And basically, the parent didn't give a shit about the kid. Basically, every single child, every single kid, everyone's a braino, everyone's a princess, everyone's the sporto, everyone is the whatever you call them, the tough guy, and everyone is the basket case, princess, sporto, braino, and tough guy. And they were all abused, and at different levels. Now, who was abused most? Quickly, tough guy. Tough guy was abused the most. So he had to look like he was tough. Oh, why do you think you're so great? You know, Braino said to the tough guy, "You want to know what Christmas was like? You want to know? Got my fucking thing of cigarettes, but what the hell really happened? Even when he so-called got the fucking cigarettes, were they burnt into his fucking arm? Some of them, like whatever, like major abuse that people never ever want to talk about, or you know, and that's reality. There's just way too much wrong. But on the outside, well, everything looks okay. You have to pretend that nothing bad ever happened to you, you know. Mainly why I look like shit in all my videos, my whole life. That's my upbringing. Thrown in the fucking corner, thrown up against the wall. My worst abuser that I talked to, oh, that's no big deal. Being thrown up against the wall. What? You can't die from that. Yeah, you can. And a YouTuber, girls in the locker room. Okay, they went to jail because they filmed throwing a girl up in the wall. And she could have died. But, you know, you can't even show. He's just that fucking far gone from Planet Retordo. He's that damn fucking far gone that you cannot even bother to even try to get through that's abuse. Oh, well, I was thrown up against the wall. Who gives a fuck? What the hell happened to you? Like, why don't you just kill yourself a long time ago? And, oh, I'm not allowed to say the truth. Whatever. That is the truth. People killed themselves being around him. He only mentioned 2. Probably was more. I'm definitely sure about that. Oh, people just hate me. You don't understand how much people just hate me. Like, I'm supposed to give a shit? Yeah, I hate you because you should be hated. You know, Satan, evil should be hated, and Satan should be hated. Just an awful, awful person, and I shouldn't have bothered talking to him. I'm too nice of a person to try to figure out some psychopath that loves his mom that fucking abused him to fucking death. What's wrong with being thrown up against the wall? That's loving. Like, I can't get through. I don't give a shit. You know, you're psycho. So you're in the psych ward, you know, so you don't hurt anyone else. Like, he really, really hurt me. I mean, his abuse, telling me I sexually abused my child, is too much for me to handle. You don't do that to a person. Unfortunately, my kids were sexually abused. I didn't want that to happen. That's the worst thing that I would say that ever happened to me. Because they're my kids, and I actually care about them. First, it was me. So my whole life's a lie because I was sexually abused. And